everybody, how's everyone going? I'm sorry I didn't do a video. I put up a Twitter post yesterday stating exactly, hang on, why when are we going dark now? Okay, I stated why. The reason being, I get very sick. I have anemia, have a low B12 deficiency, and sometimes the tablets I take for another stomach illness I have takes away and robs me of B12, and sometimes it gets really heavy on me and I get very tired. So I'm sorry, just last night I was so tired, like I fell asleep on my couch. Like that's really rare for me. So yeah, that was a thing. That was fantastic. So right now I'm trying to make some lunch before I go to work. So I'm currently trying to chop up an onion, like right here. Trying to chop up a purple onion. See, it's all ready to go. I was going to do it the Curtis Stone way and be all fancy, but when I chopped the ends off, I totally remembered and went, oh, oops. So I have to chop it traditional. So I'm going to have a very teary issue, and then I'm going to cook up these eggs. Not like that, because that would be stupid, but I'm going to crack them open, mix them up, and put them in the pan, because I'm going to make some fried rice. So let's see how I go here with my chopping skills. Just try and see if I can do that. And let's see how we go, guys. Ready? I chop it into rings, because if I can't chop it into, if I can't dice it and I can't be bothered, this is what I do. I chop it into nice little rings. That way it makes my fried rice have a bit of color. Because if you do it into dices, it just burns up into little bits. Well, not burns, but you know, like it gets lost in the rice, I think. I like to have a little bit of color, like not just texture and flavor, I like to have color. So this is what I do to the end, because I don't want to chop my fingers. I sit here and I just chop up the end, because you don't have to cut it like lengthways, because the rings will separate and they're already in little bits. So if I went like this to like the rest of them, like that, it would do that too. Like they will separate and the rest of it. But I'm happy to leave them as rings, so I'll leave them there. Oh, golly. Oh, my eyes. I have to wash my hands. Hang on, everyone. Hang on. Oh. I have to put the knife in the sink. Okay. Are we all there? Sweet. There we go. Oh, I have to wash my hands, otherwise the onions start to burn and I need to rub my eyes. So that's cool. So that bit's done, and now I'm cooking the rice at the moment as well on the stove. I'm picking up onion off the floor because I am a mess. My dad said that he would kill me. So right now, there's the pot, and I'm boiling my rice at the moment. Don't overboil it, because if you overboil the rice, it won't taste nice, it'll be puffy, and it'll be very hard to make. So once I've boiled the rice, I'll be putting it in my microwave for about 6 minutes. Hang on. I'll drain it first, then I put it in the microwave for 6 minutes. I have a special rice strainer. Here's my rice strainer. Here it is. Oh, in my cupboard. Here's my rice strainer right here. See? And you put the rice in the rice strainer and you drain it out, and then when you put it in the microwave, you leave it like this. You leave it in the rice strainer, and you put a plate underneath the rice strainer, one that's microwave safe, and you put it into the microwave for 6 minutes, and it dries your rice out for you, and it cooks it a little bit, so you kind of leave your rice half sort of cooked, I suppose, but it dries your rice out so that your rice isn't all wet when you put it in there, because the one thing you don't want is wet rice when you're doing fried rice, because then it will do the same as if you've overboiled it and made it cluggy and gluey and really gross, and it makes it starchy and it makes it hard to eat. So wait till I get to that part. Alright, see you in a sec. Hi, back again. Oh, looking a little frazzled because I just had to catch my rice. Yep, there it is, boiling away. It's getting there. It needs a couple more minutes. See? A couple more minutes before I can actually go and wash it. It's still that little plasticky stage where you eat it and it tastes a bit like plastic. So it has to get a little more like rice-like. In the end, they should resemble like little pieces of rice, not big. If you got the big pieces of rice and they look really frazzled, that means that you cooked it way too far. But the little pieces, like when you lift it out of the water, the actual rice should look like, you know, pieces of rice. Or at the moment, they look like little pieces of plastic. I don't know if that makes any sense, but you'll see. So I'm about to do the eggs. So hail Mary, hail my father. Let's see how we go. Because when I do them, I usually get a bit of shell in them, and I'm not very handy dandy with doing it. So here we go. Okay. Okay. That's it. I'm not doing it over there now. I've decided. So I'll do it here on the sink, so I can put them in. Oh wait, I forgot one step, didn't I? One little step. I forgot to put some canola spray in for the eggs, because if I don't put any spray in the fry pan, I cannot get them out of the, can't get them out of the fry pan. That would make a lot of sense now, wouldn't it? So I'll fix that now. Okay, so now we can put the egg in. Okay, here we go. Watch me fail completely. Ready? Hang on, I'll put that. Now let's, whoop. Watch me fail. Ready? Oh, I didn't fail. That was good. Okay. Next one. Here we go. Woo! No fail. And the next one. Oh, I've been told too that sometimes if you get eggs shell into your thing, it means that they could be old eggs. So that's a trick too, guys. These are fresh, I know. I bought them. Okay, so here we go. Oh, yay! No shell. So high five, everyone. I just have to put them into the bin. Okay. So, hang on, let me get a towel, guys. Oh, okay. So, yuck, eggs. Okay. Okay, so I got them in. Okay, now I have to scramble them, because I scramble them with a fork and break them. So, here we go. In the pan, and make sure I don't scratch the bottom. Okay, so they're ready to go, and I'm going to put them on the stove so that I can have egg in my fried rice. Oh, all this preparation. Okay, put that there, and check my rice to double check to see if it's good, and it is. It's good, so we turn it off. Okay, it's ready to go. We're all ready to go. Look at that. That is what your rice is going to look like. You can see without it fogging up. That's what your rice will look like if it's ready, which it is. Okay, so I'm going to move everything out of the sink. There's still breakfast crap in the sink. Going to get the rice thing and get the rice thing here. Oh, thank God I'm not a cooking show, otherwise I would be screwed right now. Okay, so I'm going to fit this down here so if you can kind of see what I'm doing. Okay, I'll get the pot. Here we go. And tip that in to the strainer. I usually like to wash the pot out and try and get all the rice out and put it all in there. And what I also like to do is I like to wash the rice and make sure the rice is all washed out. Don't touch any of these, because if you press on any of these like that, the rice will come right out and you'll have no rice and you'll be crying and you'll be sad as well down your sink. So don't ever press on it, use the handle Never press on it. Okay, here we go. Okay. And because it's got little vent holes, it's good for when it's drying out in the microwave. So we've got to go get a plate for that. I use a ceramic plate right here. I use a ceramic plate to make all this because it's microwave friendly and that it's not going to cause hassle for my microwave. So I'm going to lift this out using the handles. So, okay, here it comes, guys. Okay, here it comes. Alright. Pour out the excess water. So I just put on the rice. Pour that out, make sure it's all nice and okay. Drip, drip, drip. That's why we put in the microwave to dry. And flies. Sorry guys, I have flies in my area and it is hard to keep them at bay. I've gone around my house and sprayed them a million times and it just doesn't happen. Okay, so I have I have put the water in and I've drained most of the water I put out. You don't touch the rice because, you know, it's bad. Okay, so I'm about to put this in my microwave, which I'm up there, so I wonder if I could tilt it up there. Hang on. Okay. There you go. Okay, so here we go. Put this up in my microwave. Yeah, I'll get this. I'm going to turn my microwave off because it could, if you turn everything off in your house, it conserves energy. Like, don't turn things off like your fridge, you need that on all the time, duh. But I turn off my microwave, and when I finish watching television, I turn it off at the switch. I also turn off my kettle or my coffee maker or anything else in your house that's going to, you don't need it at that point in time, turn it all off. You don't need it on, because that way you conserve energy and that way you can have a lower phone bill, yeah, a lower electricity bill, and that is a good thing. Cool. So here we go, 6 minutes, everyone. There. Mine is a microwave for blondes. It has one button. So you just press the one button and it gets you there. So anyway, that's it. And I'll meet you at the next point. Bye. Hey, I'm back, everyone. So I'm starting to get everything ready. I got my onion ready to fry up. I've got my mixed vegetables here, right here. Mixed vegetables, there they are. Then I have my bacon, I have it frozen. So my chopped pieces of bacon frozen, or you can chop up some bacon, or whatever bacon you like to use, chop that up and put that in, or as much as you like. I like to put, for this, because it's a little packet of bacon, I like to put, say, half of that packet, because I don't want my rice to taste more like bacon, because I like a variety of flavor. But yeah, Harley, it's okay. I love bacon. Okay, so it's not as if I don't love bacon. Okay, so don't freak out, guys. Yes, Harley from Epic Mealtime, or yeah, I love bacon, so don't vilify me on that one. Okay, so I also use a sauce. This here, I use this little. Well, it's not little. It's a big bottle of. It's a big bottle of. They call it seasoning liquid seasoning. I call it soy sauce, but it's not soy sauce. It doesn't taste. It tastes like soy sauce, but then it's got this other flavor to it. I'm not sure because it's written in another language. People who come from, I don't know what. I don't want to sound racist, but I don't know what country this is from. So if you come from that country which you can recognize the writing, please tell me in the comments below what it says, because I've been wondering, even though I eat it. I know what it is because I use it. I found another friend of mine actually using it, and they told me how to use it. So I use it now, and I make my fried rice taste awesome with it. And then of course salt and pepper, like ordinary salt and pepper. Okay, so we have that going down. Okay, so I'm going to cook the egg as well, so I'm going to do that now. And I also have a pan here waiting for cooking the bacon and onion and the vegetables and stuff before I start cooking the rice. Oh, and I pulled the rice out of the microwave, and I took the plate, and watch when you're touching the plate because the plate can be very hot, and also watch out because there is water underneath that rice because it's drained out and it's now on that thing. You might want to put a paper towel between the rice and the plate to make sure that it soaks up so it doesn't spill on you, but make sure that you have if you're a young person, get a grown-up or adult to do it, but if you're my age and you can do it, just make sure you don't burn yourself because water can come off and burn you. So I've been in that situation. I've burnt my stomach a ton of times because I've been stupid. Yeah, watch out, don't touch the plate, and make sure that you don't spill the water that's underneath that between the rice and that. Okay, so I'll put the rice out. See, it's nice and dry now. I fluff it with my finger, and I shouldn't touch it with my finger, but I'm doing it with my finger. It's very hot, but it's all dried up now, so it's not all wet and disgusting. So it's perfect and ready to go. So I'm about to cook the egg. See you when I do that. Bye. Okay, so I'm cooking the egg right now and making sure that the egg's all cooked. Okay, so I've only just turned it on, so we'll just wait. I have to keep stirring the egg around and capturing what's on the side of the egg because I have to make sure that it's all being cooked and that the lumps get moved around and that there's nothing sticking. So it's all cooked. Okay, it's the egg being cooked in my little fry pan. See, these little fry pans, they actually do work. You actually can cook with them. I cook with them all the time. At Christmas, I put my pine nuts in there, and I cook my pine nuts in my little fry pan because I need them for my stuffing. I put pine nuts in my stuffing, and I put it all in a blender with some breadcrumbs and some spices and herbs and salt and pepper and chicken stock and dry chicken stock and things like that, and I just chuck that together, and there's my stuffing with some pine nuts. Because if without the pine nuts, mine doesn't have this nice flavour to it, like this really nutty flavour to my chicken stuffing for Christmas. So yeah, because we have chicken. My dad and I, we eat pork and chicken and ham, and but we don't cook our ham like some people do. We have cold ham, and we have cold ham and salad and things because it's our country is very hot. So we have nice cool dinners instead of hot dinners at Christmas because Australia, that's it, because Australia. Okay, so here we go. I'm just trying to here we go, guys. Flip everything over. Yep, that's a good point. Yep. Okay, so flip everything over. Okay, so make sure you have your light on up there and you have your fan on your oven to make sure that you don't have the smells going through your house. You don't want that. So, yeah. Unless you really like that whole food smell thing, then go ahead, all means. Okay, so I just spilt some egg, the egg back there, because uncooked egg can make you very violently ill, unless you actually are used to that type of thing, then go ahead, do it. I'm just trying to get this other egg I've just dropped out of the fire. It's not working. Oh, come on. Okay. I'm making a mess. That's what I am doing currently, making a mess. Okay, so now my egg is cooked, and I could probably bring that off the fire now. I say fire. Okay, so I've got to put that on some paper to let the egg dry as well. I let the egg, because eggs actually, believe it or not, even though they've gone from liquid to a solid, they actually still have some liquid on them, believe it or not. So you have to kind of drain it as well. So I put the egg here, put it on some paper. It's okay, it's burnt a little bit. It's not burnt, but it's browned. And clean pan. So we're looking for a clean pan. We're looking for a nice good clean pan. And wash this out. Make sure a little twist off it. And guess what? I'm not even washing up. I'm going to put it all in the dishwasher. Gotta love dishwashers. Okay, so after you've got your egg out, you have to get a knife, which I used the one from earlier. Okay. So the one I used to cut up the onion, I've washed. Okay, so don't use your bench, and also use a wooden board underneath. At the moment I'm not, don't tell anyone. Okay, so it's gone all fluffy and big, like an omelette, because that was 3 eggs. So 3 fresh eggs. And I just cut it up into pieces with the knife. Hot, oh my god, it is so hot. Okay, so this is what we do. Cut up the egg, here we go. This is my version of fried rice. This is not like a traditional or anything like that. This is just me making fried rice as if you'd got it from the, if you got it from like a Chinese store or what have you. So yeah, so this is my fried rice, everyone. I usually eat it with some chicken, but today I'm just going to eat it plain because I just want some plain fried rice. I don't want anything else because it's only a lunch thing. If it's a lunch thing, you don't have to put anything with it. With dinner, you might want to put it with some chicken tenders. I usually buy the, there's a company that makes Asian crumbed, sweet chili Asian crumbed chicken. I like usually that with that. That with this rice, it usually tastes pretty good together. And my dad absolutely loves that chicken. So I'm making, this is not just for me as well. This is a large portion because it's for my dad and myself for lunch. So, because my dad never eats, so this is kind of a thing for him as well. He never eats lunch and he's going to be driving me to work, so. Okay. So this is like a thank you. Okay. So once you've got all the egg, it's all cut up. It's all nicely cut up into chunks. I like big chunks in my egg, in my rice, so when I do my rice, it's all cut up. Don't do it too long before you do the rice because sometimes the air can get to the egg and it can actually make it moldy really quick because of the heat. So don't have it too long done before you do your rice. Okay. Okay, so I have the pan now and it's got some olive oil in there. You can use whatever oil you want. You can use rice oil even. But I like to use olive oil because I like the taste. So some people like to cook their vegetables and stuff as well. So hang on to the next stage. Okay. Okay, so I'm back again. So I'm just frying up the onions now, and make sure that you do not burn them because if you burn them, you get this horrible taste in your fried rice, and you really don't want that. So I'm just burning. Oh, I'm burning. That's what I'm doing. No, I'm frying them up until they are. Well, for white ones, you do get a translucency. With these, they start to lose their purple. Like the purple isn't as prominent. So they go like a pale purple color, like a nice violet, pretty color. So that's what they do when they start to get to a nice point. Okay, so I'm going to add the bacon. The best part, which I forgot in my haste, to actually break up the bacon because it's really hard to break the bacon because it's in a frozen packet, because I find it's easy and it's just like simple. So you get the bacon and all the chopped up bacon. Good. And I've made it go everywhere. And my fingers without being burned. Okay, we've done that. Okay. So we put, I might put a little bit more actually today because not enough. Yeah, that'll do now. Okay, we'll put that back. I'll put this back in the freezer. Back in a sec, guys. Hang on. Stay with me. Stay with me. Okay. I am again. Sorry, I left you. Okay, so right now I'll get the spoon and mix all them together because, you know, the bacon and onions just, oh, yum. Just put the bacon in there now, we're mixing them up. I know another recipe where I use onions and bacon and stuff as well, where I use pasta and sauce and things like that together, and it tastes pretty awesome as well. So we want to get the onion and bacon flavour going because that'll form a basis for the bottom of your rice, like a really nice flavour basis, I call it. Because usually when you start a dish, you always have a basis or base for your flavour, and you start with that flavour and you build it up. So we're starting with this onion and bacon flavour. Kind of like when women, you know, when you do makeup and you have your concealer, your foundation, your powders, all that, and then your eyeshadow. You know, you get the idea. Okay, so mixing it around, trying to get it done. Okay, so we just do that, and we brown. Not only are we making the onions cook, but we also are browning the bacon, which is getting done very nicely. So we can smell that going through the house. So, and I forgot to cut open the vegetables. So I'm going to do that now, cut open the vegetables. So you get the bag of mixed vegetables. I use peas, corn and carrots because it's just easier for me. I used to do it myself. I used to actually cut up the carrot myself into small tiny little cubes, and then I used to get the corn in a can because it's already been taken off the husk. And I also used to use frozen baby peas, but then I found that there's someone out there that has made frozen mixed peas and corn and carrots. So simple. So here we go. We put some of that in here. You're gonna want that to cook. It's going everywhere because I'm using one hand instead of two. I usually have the other hand guiding where this goes. So, and you can use them frozen, use them defrosted, use them cooked. I use them straight off the bat frozen because, well, it just works. I have to fix there's a lump and it's blocking the rest of it coming. There we go. Well, more to go in. Okay. So we've got enough, so we put that in the freezer again. Freezer. That'll do. Alright, so get the spoon and we mix that around again. You can see that the bacon's been cooking very well and the onion is doing a very good job of browning. So we need to cook the vegetables here until they, what my grandmother called glistening, which is where the vegetables have got this, they got this look to them like they're cooked and that they are, well, she says glistening because they're all shiny and plump and they look like they're about done. So we'll get to that point and I'll show you what I mean because God rest my grandma soul, she taught me how to cook a few dishes before she died, and that is one of the ones that she helped me, one of the ones she helped me make was a chicken curry. I call it a loose thing because my grandma come from the war days when she was a little girl, and in those war days what they would do was to, they would get like chicken, like say you had chicken the night before, you'd get a chicken and then you would put it in the dinner and you would stretch it out and do other dinners off of one thing. And so my grandma's mum used to make this chicken curry and it would stretch out the rest of the night, like rest of the week, so that they had something to eat during wartime. And my grandma taught me how to make it, and it's pretty simple. and pretty nice. And this is where she taught me the vegetable thing with the glistening, because she puts the same vegetables in her curry, or she did. Yeah, it's really, at the moment it's hard to talk about my grandma because she only died this year, and it's very difficult to talk about. So, yeah, sometimes it's hard to say, oh, she does, and it's like, oh no, hang on, she did. Yeah, and this is my first Christmas without my grandma, so that's tough. Anyway, back to what we're doing. So, right. Here we go. Oh, pretty beautiful rainbow. See that rainbow effect? I love the rainbow effect. It's pretty. So that's what I like. I like color in my meals because that's also a healthy thing. If you have color in your meals, that means there's antioxidants within those vegetables, and the more brighter the color, the better for you that it is. So eat up as much colors as you can, because that means goodness in your tummy and in your health. So there's a fun fact for you. I'm going to try and find lots of coloured vegetables because my dad doesn't eat vegetables, so I try and find as yummy ones as I can. So here we go, here's my onions, my corn, my peas, my carrots. Here we go. Doing a swell job here. Okay, so that's just with a little bit of olive oil, guys, so you know that I'm not burning them. So here we go. Okay, so you see the glistening that she's talking about? Like, the glistening is like where the water sits atop those vegetables, they'll steam, and they glisten. See, they're glistening, and that's what we're looking for. So, yeah! Okay, so the next part I'll be doing is that, and you're steaming up, I better fix that. Okay, so the next part we're doing, oh, I've wrecked that completely, haven't I? Sorry. Sorry. Ooh, here you go. No, I love you guys, sorry. Okay, so I'm going to get the rice and I'll be tipping that in. And I know all you are going, what's with the egg? What's with the egg? Because the egg has already been cooked, we use it as the last, and we put that as, we turn it off the rice and we mix the egg in at the end, because we don't want it to overcook. And we don't want it to be disgusting and bad for you. So, see you the next. Okay, everyone. Hi, I'm back again, and you're fogged up again. Okay, so try and dim you down. There you go. You can see me in pink now. Okay, so here we go. I'm here, and I've just put the rice in, and I'm just mixing everything in and making sure it's all together. Making sure it's all proved. What I like to do is, and once I've mixed it all together, I like to leave it because I want the flavours to settle in to the rice. That's what I like doing. Okay. So that's all in there and that's all mixed together. Okay, so I turn down the heat for this. So that's at a low temperature. I don't want it to over fry. Cool. Next bit, then we get the flavour sauce and we shake the bottle to make sure that it's all flavoured together. Okay, and we get that. And I'm not sure an amount, maybe probably a quarter of a cup, maybe, or maybe a teaspoon. Sorry, not a tablespoon, maybe 2 tablespoons. I think might be the right one. I'm not sure. Check your cookbooks for that one. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the flavour sauce. You can get this from Asian groceries. They carry this. It's called that. So if you want to know what that is, so get that. So here we go. I put about this much. Okay, that'll be enough. Okay, that colours and also makes the fried rice taste really nice. So we're going to mix that around to make sure that it all goes through and makes the rice go brown. You can also use brown rice. My sister is a health nut, And because of this, I use brown rice when I do it for her. And she says it tastes great as a brown rice as well. So there you go. This is white long grain rice. And I forgot to mention that, sorry. This is long grain white rice. But I'm sure if you use jasmine, it would taste just as nice, I think, too. Here we go. Okay, so it's got that brown look. Hang on. Sorry, I was trying to, like, something just happened, like the flame just come up the side of the thing and I was like, oh, crazy. I don't want to burn my phone to bone. Ooh. Okay, so here we go. It smells good. Yep, it smells great. It smells like it smells. It smells like it's supposed to. See, lack of sleep and lack of tide and lack of B12 makes you go. Okay, so I'm going to try and grind some pepper. There we go. I have to grind it, it's already done for me. Okay, so pepper's going in. Okay, so a little bit of salt, not too much because the stuff I just put in is mega salty. So this, that. Okay, that'll do. Okay, so that's done. And now I get to put the egg in. Okay, so I pick it up. It's in the towel, so I pick it up, really careful, clumsy, careful. Okay, pick that up, whoops, and I drop some on the ground. If my dad was here, he'd be yelling at me. Okay, so here we go. Here we go, here we go. What? Super duper. Okay, we pick up the egg that we just dropped. Okay. Ugh. Golly, that stuff goes everywhere. And the crowd goes wild. Not. Okay, here we go. Okay. So, because we don't want to put that everywhere. So the egg's just in there now. Now I'm going to toss that through. Make sure that you're not burning your rice and your rice isn't sticking. If your rice is really sticking and you're finding that there's not enough oil in the pan, do put a little bit more oil, not too much, because a little too much can make the rice a little too wet, and again, it'll go puffy. So don't do that. So gently mix the egg in, gently, so the eggs mix through and that there's egg all through your rice. Which I have now incorporated all the egg through my rice. And there you go. There is my fried rice. That is done. I can turn it off now. Off the heat. And we are done. That is fried rice ready to eat. Delicious. All ready to go. So you can put that into a bowl and you can have that with some chicken for dinner. If for lunch, I think it's just nice to have the rice by itself. Make as much as you want. Do know that half a cup of rice is for one person, or if you like a lot of rice, a cup for, I think a cup's a lot for one person, but half a cup I think is okay for one person. So when you're dishing it out for a lot of people, just put, yeah, half cup per person. That's a little tip there. So that's me vlogging today, and thank you for helping me cook. It's such a wonderful help. Anyway, I love you guys, and this was my food vlog. I hope you like. Please comment below if you like. Comment below and post on my Instagram and post on my Twitter and post on it if you've made it. Show me, and I want to know and see if I want to know if it tastes any good. All right, I love you all. Okay, bye.